All right, so here's the most effective way to remove inactive friends on Facebook. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be using a software called Friend Filter. Now, Friend Filter, you can get access to it down below in the description. It'll be the first link, but hold on, don't rush to it. I want you to get clarity on exactly how this software works, so then you can go back and watch the video and take the exact steps, all right? All right, so let's move on to it. All right, so right here you can see it says steps to increase and track engagement, right? So we're gonna follow these steps right here, but what I want you to understand is there's one step that's not right there that is very, very crucial for you to set this up correctly, all right? All right, so step number one, it says to install. So like I said, the link will be down below in the description. The second one is basically an announcement saying, hey, you need to announce to your friends, but that's not mandatory. Actually, don't even really recommend that, because then you're gonna get people that's trying to engage just so they could be nosy and, you know, stay around and never do anything at all, right? And you don't want that. So we're gonna go ahead and skip past that. And then this right here, sync your friends list, sync your engagement. Before we do that, this is the step that I said that's not there. So what we need to do is we need to go right down here to where it says settings, and we need to go ahead and click on that. And then right here, you see it says engagement sync depth parameters. So what we need to do is we need to decide, do we want to do this, you know, specific to days, or do we want to do it specific to posts? So if I click on days, then it's going to say how many days do you want to fetch back. So if you want to do yours like I do mine's, you want to set it up to every 7 days you want this to be done. Now there's a way to completely automate it, but I'm gonna show you that here in a minute. But you can set it at 7 days. If you just getting started, I would recommend you do it 90 days out, so you can look at all the different posts you've made over the last 90 days, and then it'll scrape all of that information and then input inactive people and the inactive people, all right? All right, and then you can also click by post. So then you can say, okay, I wanna fetch back, you know, the last 30 posts I made. Then it'll go throughout the process like that. Now down here, this is what I like, right? Because I'm a fan of automation. Now let's say once you set this up and you do it for the first time, you don't want to have to come back in here and do it every single time. What you could do is you could set it up like mine. So every Sunday at 11 p.m., it's going to sync my friends. And then you can see right here, after sync friends, it's going to automatically sync the engagement. And this is done on complete automatic, right? You don't have to worry about going and go check it and do it every single week like we used to have to do. This software has continue to upgrade time after time, all right? All right, so now we're gonna go over to the most important part so you can see how you would be doing this for your first time. So we're gonna click right back on dashboard. So first we will go right here and we will click on this blue button, and then you can see it starts to sync my engagement. Now I've already done this, so it might go a little bit quicker than usual. I'm gonna see how long it runs. If it starts to take a little bit too long, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just skip ahead, and then we're gonna come back on the video. All right, so this is what it's gonna look like when it's done. So once it's done, what you want to do is you can need to click this back to app, but you can see right here it says you also have 2 scheduled tasks. So that's already registering that on Sunday at 11 p.m. it's going to go ahead and go through this process again for me on complete autopilot. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on this arrow back to the app. Okay, so now we back inside of here. So we synced our friends list. That's basically where it goes through and it looks at all of the friends that I have, and then what we need to do is we need to then sync the engagements. Now remember, the engagements are going to be, you know, specific to the settings that we set over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do by days count, and I'm gonna just go with like a day to try to make the process a little bit faster. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and hit sync engagements, and let's just see how long it takes. Hopefully it goes a little bit quicker. That way, you know, I don't really have to pause it. Okay, it looked like it's going a little bit fast. Okay, it's requesting comments. And then right here, let me go ahead and explain this. So autopilot is exactly what I showed you earlier with the scheduling. So if we were to click on that, I wanted to show you it real quick, but basically what it is it's relating to this particular setting right here. Now the next tab we're gonna focus on is this friends tab right here, and this is where we can get in to start removing inactive people. But there's something very, very important you need to understand before you do that. So the whole point of this tool is to protect your account, right? So I just clicked on that learn more button, and you can see to protect your account, we recommend not to unfriend more than 100 friends per day and 500 per week. Why do they recommend that? Well, Facebook's compliance policy does not allow for 100 friends to be removed per day and 500 per week, right? So you're gonna be good to go as far as staying within compliance, right? Now right here it says today you can unfriend 100 friends, and then it tells you you have unfriended 0 friends of 100, and then right here you've unfriended 0 of 500, right? So you'll be able to see that information right here where it says 100 friend removes available for today. day. All right, so let's get into the important part. So right here, you can see I have active 1,361 people, inactive 1,263 people. And then I could also bring in the deactivated accounts as well. So if I click on this, boom, look at all these deactivated accounts. I could literally just hit one button and get rid of all of them. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna hit select all, I'm gonna hit unfriend, and boom, it's literally going throughout that process for me. Now, depending on how long it take, it might not take that long. Let's see how quick it be. You know, we might waste a little bit of time, but let's just see how we can flow through it. All right, so we good to go, 100%. So now what I could do is I could just say go back to the app, and then you can see these are the people that are left. So all I got to do from here is just hit boom, and then hit unfriend, and then we're going to continue to go throughout there. And we're just going to let that finish since it ain't that much people to be on this particular list. All right, so 100%, we good to go. And then we're just gonna hit back to app, and all of those people are gone that quick. All right, so now we're gonna take the deactivated accounts off, and then we're gonna look at this information. So this shows us how many times they've liked our stuff, how many times they've commented, how many times they've shared, and these are all the inactive people. So you can see they haven't done nothing for months, right? So this says never, but if I look at the last activity, some of these people have never ever had activity with my particular content, right? So it would be best that I get rid of those people, and you would do it exactly the same. So you would click on this name here, you click on this name, this name, this name, and then you would just hit unfriend selected, and then let it go throughout that process. And as you can see, it's very, very simple for you to do this. So hopefully you got some value from this video, and if you did, definitely go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, if you want to get access to Friend Filter, go ahead and use that first link down below in the description. That'll give you instant access. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.